I posted this on a Robert Reischish post on YouTube, with links to purchase the book. For the leftists, I've included audiobooks. I want to be inclusive of the learning disabled. Reclaiming Our Ideals. The Importance of Foundational Principles in Today's Society. The book outlines the foundational principles of American political theory, focusing on key themes such as equality, natural rights, and the role of virtue in society. It begins with an overview of the founding, touching on contentious issues like slavery and the Hamilton-Jefferson rivalry. Subsequent chapters delve into the concepts of natural law and equality, emphasizing that all individuals are entitled to inherent rights. The discussion then shifts to the importance of consent and civil rights, alongside the relationship between rights and duties. The text also examines domestic and foreign policy challenges that threaten individual rights, advocating for a moral framework rooted in virtue. It addresses societal roles, particularly concerning women and marriage, before exploring property rights and economic principles, including private ownership and free markets. Finally, it reflects on the relevance of the founding principles in contemporary society, urging a return to these foundational ideas amid evolving moral landscapes. This is what the loony left responded with. More evidence of their poor education and indoctrination. Can you see the disparity in education?
That's rich when the vast majority of conservatives believe in angels, devils, spirits, and an imaginary sky daddy bigot who hates whomever they hate. Keep dreaming, Gomer.
I responded with my article on their poor education and high indoctrination.
Oh, how generous. Audiobooks for the learning disabled. How progressive of you to include basic accessibility and then turn it into a smug talking point. But let's dig into this Trump era examined with more than just a MAGA-tinted lens. Trade victories? You mean the trade war with China that devastated American farmers, requiring massive government bailouts to keep them afloat? Slapping tariffs on allies and adversaries alike is an economic strategy, it's a tantrum in tariff form. And all that pork and beef you brag about. Still couldn't make up for the billions in lost revenue from alienating trade partners. Energy deregulation? Ah, yes. Short-term profits over long-term planetary survival. Rolling back the Clean Power Plan and ditching the Paris Agreement wasn't the bold leadership, it was corporate bootlicking dressed up as freedom. Coal exports went up, great. Too bad the planet's temperature did, too. Foreign policy? Moving the embassy to Jerusalem was a diplomatic Molotov cocktail, not a peace strategy. Withdrawing from the Iran deal made the world less safe and handed the hardliners in Iran the win they were hoping for. And as for North Korea, Trump got a photo op while Kim Jong-un kept his nukes. If that's historic diplomacy, so is Tinder. Defense? You mean funneling more money into an already bloated Pentagon budget while schools and infrastructure rot? Pushing NATO allies to pay more sounds tough, until you realize it just made the US look petulant on the world stage. Cyber strategy? Sure. But the biggest cybersecurity disaster of that era was the SolarWinds hack, on Trump's watch. Veterans Affairs? If the Trump admin cared so deeply about vets, why did they try to privatize the VA and undermine the services so many rely on? A few shiny reforms don't make up for systemic underfunding and staffing shortfalls. He posed for photos with veterans more often than he fixed anything real. Bottom line? The Trump years weren't some golden age of America First strength. They were an era of grift, cruelty, and regression, wrapped in a flag and sold to people too angry or desperate to notice a con. If that's the legacy you're defending, good luck. History's already writing a very different audiobook. What are you on, MAGA kook?
This guy is fucking stupid!